How silver sweet sound lovers' tongues by night, like softest music to attending ears. So speaks Shakespeare's Romeo after exchanging love vows with Juliet, and so anyone would feel after hearing Berlioz's idyllic musical rendering of the famous balcony scene. Berlioz's love scene has no place for singers, and yet the protagonists are embodied by true instrumental arias. Romeo's theme is sung in the generous tenor register of the cellos. It is first heard very softly with two layers of accompaniment, tremolos in the violas and pizzicatos in the violins. We can easily picture Romeo tiptoeing his way through the quivering leaves of the orchard. Let's not forget this is enemy territory for him. Now, soon after, just as Juliet appears at the balcony, that same theme becomes a full-bodied outpour of passion. The pizzicatos make way for panting syncopations in the horn. And the soft tremolos have turned into an uncontrolled throbbing of the full strings. Romeo is clearly burning with desire at the very sight of Juliet. Here's what it all sounds when played together. By contrast with this emphatic display of male arousal, Juliet's first musical appearance is as frail and light as can be. She's conjured up by some chirping in the flute, oboe and clarinets, which conveys her enthusiastic skips and jumps as she listens to Romeo's declaration. Now, the next passage is a typically operatic recitativo. Recitatives are the composer's way of injecting more action and less emotion in the music, or as Shakespeare put it, more matter with less art. Once again, the instruments take center stage. Romeo in the cellos, taking a step closer to the balcony with a tense pizzicato chord called diminished seventh, luring in the young Capulet, and Juliet up there in the upper woodwind, leaning from her balcony with a sweet chord called added sixth, and then resuming her skipping and jumping. That little game of cat and mouse goes on until it is Juliet's turn to express her feelings. Now, interestingly, Juliet's love theme is first heard not entirely, but in repetitive fragments and in a minor, not major key, F sharp minor. That repeated fragment in question is one long note, followed by three upward steps. 1, 2, 3. It is as if she was struggling to express some sort of grief. Just as in the play she repeats herself, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? And she struggles to come to terms with that most unfortunate paradox, what's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other word would smell as sweet. Listen to these short, open-ended interrogations in the violins and woodwind. Gradually, however, Juliet's love theme takes a fuller shape and shifts smoothly back to A major. We can eventually hear it in its entirety gliding peacefully over a steady pulse of hushed strings. Notice how Juliet's theme starts and ends in the same way as Romeo's. To begin with, as we saw, one long note and 3 upward steps, 2, 3. And remember Romeo? 1, 2, 3. And to finish, 3 very expressive downward arpeggios. 1 and 2. And Romeo's was and 2. Now, these identical features are obviously no mere coincidence. Though easily distinguishable by their respective registers and the different textures of their accompaniments, Romeo and Juliet are united in that same silver-sweet sound. Berlioz has ingeniously turned Shakespeare's pair of star-crossed lovers into a duet of note-crossed love themes.